Join us now as we travel to the four corners of the world, discover new scientific developments, relive history, or explore things in your own backyard on WTBS, World at Large.
Saanenland offers keen winter sports enthusiasts everything that they desire. There are over 60 different lifts, chairlifts and cable cars. They even go as high as 3,000 meters. It's no wonder that keen skiers really feel at home here. There are 250 kilometers of ski runs. They range from easy to very difficult and are only meant for experienced skiers. Large, deep snow areas can be reached by helicopter. Skiing in deep snow is one of the greatest experiences for anyone keen on the sport. Ski tours take place up in the Diablerie area away from the normal ski runs. A landing on a glacier combined with a ski run are attractions that the Saanenland can offer its guests. The Saanenland, a beautiful, high-lying valley in the Swiss canton of Bern, is situated in the Bernese Alps. It's one of the most beautiful valleys in Switzerland. Then there's Gstaad, the best-known holiday village in the area, which lies at a height of just on 1,100 meters. Then there are the neighboring villages, Gstaad, Lauenen, Turbach, as well as Saanen, Saanenmöser, and Schönried, which offer a solid infrastructure for winter and summer tourism. Saanen also has a small airfield where you can order an air taxi to take you to one of the big international airports in Switzerland. Flights to all the major European cities and other parts of the world are possible. Saanenland is situated in a good network of roads and railway lines. In spite of its situation at a height of 1,300 meters, it's still easily reached by anyone. Every guest is a king in Saanenland, but every king is only a guest. Gstaad is a good example of the area. It has 15 hotels, some of them in the luxury class, and they offer all the service and comfort of modern tourism. Winter sports have a long tradition in Saanenland. Gstaad had a ski club as far back as 1907. The first ski races took place 10 years later. In the years that followed, skiing grew and grew in popularity. Today, there are over 200 highly qualified instructors, male and female, who are there for the convenience of the winter sports guests. If you buy a ski pass, then this entitles you to unlimited use of ski lifts and cable cars. You can even travel on the local MOB trains and postal buses free of charge. This also applies to the local indoor swimming pool in Gstaad. This is free of charge as well. Our local ski pass helps to make a skier's dreams come true. The fantastic panorama views, clear blue skies and the quick tanning winter sun offer an alternative to skiing. The restaurants on the mountaintops provide refreshments of all kinds. You don't have to be an active winter sports enthusiast to enjoy yourself in Saanenland. How about a trip in a balloon over the Alps? a long, invigorating walk in the crisp mountain air, or a ride in a horse-drawn sleigh through the winter landscape. The Saanenland tourist officers not only take care of a well-laid-out network of downhill ski runs, but also over 40 kilometers of twin-tracked cross-country ski runs, which are looked after on a regular basis. It's a good area for beginners. When you're hot and tired, what better than a dip in the hotel swimming pool, in the Solebad in Schönried, or the indoor facilities in Gstaad. Nature has a lot of work to do to shed its winter clothing. Spring to autumn are the months when the Saanenland blossoms and shows its full beauty to the guests in the area. You shouldn't forget your bathing costume or bikini in summer. The 7 pools, some of them hotel pools, are heated in summer. They're fine for a swim. The Fiedler family has booked a 2-week holiday in Gstaad. They'll be able to exchange their everyday life for a hotel room key at the reception desk. The majority of hotels in the Saanenland are built in the mountain chalet style. It goes to show that it isn't a holiday area that was planned on the drawing board. Local building regulations won't allow the modern concrete and brick-built eyesores. The hotels in Saanenland and Schönried, the so-called Sun Terrace of Saanenland, are a good example. The Palace Hotel and its chateau style of architecture blends harmoniously into the landscape. There are restaurants, hotels, boutiques, fine jewelers and souvenir shops that leave their modern-day impression on the village. Banks and airlines are also represented. Hotels, restaurants and rustic establishments provide first-rate food. The many local specialities available make a choice of what to eat rather difficult. Here we have an evening with folk songs and dancing combined with special dishes of the region. This is organized weekly by the local tourist office for the tourists. Here you can eat as much as you like and as long as you want to. Delicious cocktails and international flair are part of the scene at the bars in the Palace Hotel. The brand new sounds from the disco are not just a privilege of the teenagers by any means. Beautifully equipped hotel bars with swimming pools, grill facilities and restaurants are taken for granted in quite a number of hotels in the Saanenland. A look around the shops in the evening hours in Gstaad can be fun. Many of the fine jewelers' shops show specially selected items made by Swiss watchmakers and goldsmiths. The emphasis is on active holidays in the Saanenland. Tennis is one of the main sports. There are tennis coaches who can help if your forehand or backhand are not as good as they should be. The Swiss Open Tennis Championship in Gstaad is known far beyond the borders of Switzerland. There are 27 sand and artificial surface courts, as well as an indoor tennis hall with 3 double courts. You can take a course for beginners or something for the more advanced. The Gstaad indoor swimming pool, naturally built in mountain chalet style, also has a sauna, a solarium and a restaurant. Sun or no sun, you don't have to do without your swim. Anyone applying for a fishing license early enough can fish for trout in the sauna at certain times of the year. Canoeists can also be found in the area when the snows melt and the water roars through wide and narrow gorges. Cycling off the main roads is also a lot of fun for the whole family. Clay pigeon shooting is a sport that's also growing in popularity in the Saanenland. Then there's the Alpine golf course in Unser, which lies about 15 minutes drive from Gstaad. It has 9 holes, 18 tees, and 5,518 meters. There's also a clubhouse with a restaurant. Interested can even take golf lessons here. A riding school with horses for hire is there for people who fancy climbing into the saddle for a while. A visit to the local tourist office is always the right thing to do. This is the place for information about how to get the maximum enjoyment out of your holiday in the area. The Fiedler family has decided to go and have a look at the shops in Saanen. The Potter's Workshop in Saanen is not just a tourist attraction. The skilled craftsmen also make many items, such as plates and pots, that are used in practical everyday life as well. Then there's the old church, the Mauritiuskirche, with its famous 15th century frescoes. They're the ideal background for the annual Yehudi Menuhin Festival, which features famous soloists and orchestras. The most important impulses for this musical treat comes from the International Yehudi Menuhin Music Academy in Gstaad. Many art galleries and art exhibitions show a broad range of art from famous and not so famous artists all the year round. There are 300 kilometers of well-marked mountain paths and hiking routes around Gstaad. Then there are the cable cars that run to the tops of the Vispeler, Egle, Relligrat, Wasserngraat, Hornegli, and Diablerie. These, together with plane rides over the Alps, complete the picture of the mountain world. You could even go skiing in the summer up on the Diablerie Glacier. Many of the hotels organize mountain and hiking trips for their guests. The hotel owners themselves usually take the lead. There are good mountain paths up to a height of about 2,000 meters. Some of them can be recommended for those not in training because they're not particularly steep. The attraction of the Alpine world in Saanenland has produced a guild of first-class mountain guides. Climbing, naturally, takes courage and a good head for heights. Climbing courses are very popular. Some people want to be really active on holiday. Others like to rest and recuperate by simply lying in the sun. Perhaps someone wishes there was 50 centimeters of powder snow lying on the mountainside so he or she could ski down into the valley. You don't always need snow. This is called grass ski, skiing on grass. A summertime activity is something that you can learn here. Let's move over to the other side of the valley. The fabulous mountain landscape in the Saanenland, with its lush green alpine meadows, is not only a tourist attraction. Many people depend on it for their living. The walking stick campaign, which was initiated by a number of hotels in the area, has prompted these two guests to go and have a look how cheese is made on an alpine farm. Stirring is one of the important parts of cheese making. One of these cheeses weighs about 20 pounds. There's a storeroom, a dark, cool place under the alpine hut. It's here that the round cheeses start to mature. The close ties between the people of the Saanenland and their mountain pasture homes remains in spite of the modern tourist train. Holidaymakers get engrossed in the local atmosphere. It's a welcome change from everyday life for the passive or active tourist. The Saanenland, with its ideal high position and climate, is a really good place to take a holiday. It's a place to switch off and enjoy yourself. There's so much to see and do that there's always something for everyone.
at Large is a presentation of WTBS Atlanta.
In big cities, there are many ways to make small contributions to the well-being of children. Go into your community today, whatever its size, and find out what you can do to encourage healthy, wholesome development of young minds and bodies. What you choose to give to our youth today will make such a difference to all of us tomorrow.
Time for the following program was purchased by the